Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a false eyelash tutorial. This was highly recommended. I was hesitant to do it because I know it's been done 1,000 gajillion times, but I am going to do the best I can to give you my take on it. I definitely messed up doing this eye, and I'm gonna keep it in. I'm not gonna edit it out because I want you guys to be able to see how to kind of maneuver with mistakes. So that being said, if you like this video, I hope you'll give it a big thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. And yeah, so if you'd like to see how I got these lashes on, then please keep watching. I already have on all of my makeup. I did cheat and I'm filming 2 tutorials today. So I have on my eyeshadow. I did quickly just go close up to my lash line with a brown eyeshadow, and then over the top I did a very thin black line, which it's not the end of the world if you do it or not, but it helps hide your lash band. And when I'm doing eyeliner, I always like to rest my pinky on my cheek and then just drag the product across. And this is the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Excuse me, I love that. So now quickly we want to coat our eyelashes with mascara. I personally like to keep my lashes as subtle as possible before putting on my lashes. I don't curl them. I don't want my lashes to be fighting with the falsies, if that makes sense. So just a quick layer so that my red lashes blend in super nicely with the falsies. And you don't want to put on too much mascara, because if you have like thick clumpy lashes going into it, your lashes, like your false lashes that you're going to put on, aren't going to look as wispy and natural. I'll go ahead and do my lower lashes really quickly. When you're first starting to apply eyelashes, I would recommend getting a cheap brand. You're gonna probably mess up and you don't wanna be spending upwards of $30 on a pair of like mink lashes. So I really recommend these Ardell lashes. You don't even have to get, these are the faux mink style, but Ardell has some really cheap lashes. It doesn't really matter in my opinion. You're just trying to master the technique. I will say the thinner the lash bands, the easier it is to apply. I think they're a little bit more flexible. You have a little more room for error, if that makes sense. I think my favorite lashes of the moment are these pure lashes in the style Diva. But if you look at the lash band here, you can see they're much thicker, but just side by side. Those pure lashes are gorgeous. So you want to be really careful when you're taking these lashes off. And I just kind of like push it down a little bit. Make sure that I've loosened her up. So just always make sure you're grabbing by the lash band, because I don't want to pull out any hairs. This is the right eye. So you always want to make sure that you know which is which. And when you look at the lash, all lashes are going to be different lengths, and they're not necessarily going to fit. Like the band might be too long for your lash line. So you want to make sure that you trim it. Measure the lash. And it's a little long. You want it to end about right with your normal lash line, but you also don't want it coming too far in to where it's going to be poking you and bothering you. So I'm gonna take off just a smidge, and you always want to cut from the outer to the inner. And I use just a pair of manicure scissors. If you try and do eyelash trimming with a normal pair of scissors, it's gonna be real tough. I'm going to trim just the slightest little bit. I like to kind of look at what I trimmed from that first lash, and then that's about what I trim off of the second. And we're gonna trim that same amount off the outer portion. Quickly measure. Perfect. Okay, so let me zoom you guys in for the actual application. Okay, so there's so many different types of lash glue that you can get. I would just get Duo to start. You don't want to apply too little lash glue and you don't want to apply too much. So a lot of times I just kind of squeeze. See how there's all that glue that's out there now? And then from there, I'm just going to dip this corner and then this corner. And then just make lots of little dots, and then spread it out. You want to make sure you get it on the underside because that's what's going to be adhered to your skin. So now you just kind of want to make sure that you let it get a little bit tacky. Now everybody has their different ways that they like to apply lashes. I don't like using just fingers. I don't like using the eyelash applicator tools. I like to use a combination of my fingers and tweezers, just regular tweezers, the slanted tweezers, I should say. Right about now, the glue looks less white, like you're starting to be able to see the lash band through it. So you've waited about 45 seconds. Never done this on camera. This should be interesting. First, I'm going to push my natural lashes down because we don't want them working against the lash. And this is kind of important, like I'm holding my mirror like kind of down and I have my chin up so that my eye is still open, right? But my lash line is nice and flat. And then I just drop it on. That's what it looks like right now, okay? Nothing crazy. Now we put down this inner corner, and then this is where I use my fingers to just meld it all together. So you can see that's nice and easy, and it really takes the look from here to here. We'll go ahead and we'll do the other eye. If at this point though, you feel like it's bothering you and it's kind of like jabbing you in the inner corner, then you didn't trim it enough. Just take it off, take the glue off that you already have on there, and just start over. So let's just repeat the steps. And then give it a second to get tacky. And I'm telling you, the longer, I don't want to say the longer you wait, because sometimes I've waited too long and then it's like, oh crap, it's not sticky anymore. But you really don't want it to be super wet or you're gonna really be working against yourself. If you accidentally drop the lash down onto your lash line and it hits your eyeshadow, when it's tackier, it doesn't really show. It doesn't really make a big difference. So I've just pushed my natural lashes down. I have my mirror, I'm looking down. I come in from above. And, oopsie, I just got my lash line. Drop it. It looks all sorts of crazy. Rub it on the outer edge. And adhere this corner. Okay, so here, prime example. I feel like it was a little too wet. Give it a second. Try it again. So we're just gonna use my fingers. I think my tweezers have glue on them. I'm just gonna use my fingers. I dropped it down. I'm gonna apply to that corner. Give it a squeeze. Come in from this side, and this inner corner is where I really do feel like I need the tweezers. So I'm just gonna make sure my tweezers are clean. I'm grab the lash. And that's a prime example of I did not wait long enough for the glue to dry. But as you can see, not a big deal. If you see any skin poking in between your real lashes and the false lashes, it's such a dead giveaway. So I like to go in, and this has a really fine point, and I like to get right, like right here you can kind of see the lash band. So we're gonna blacken that up. And basically tight line, but like almost in between every lash. And it's super natural. And I find that you're not getting as much eyeliner on your false lashes, so your lashes last longer. Always a plus. This is something new that I just recently started doing. Okay, and now similarly, we're gonna go over the top of the lashes just to mask the lash band. This is a pretty invisible lash band, but I think it always looks much more natural. We'll go ahead and repeat that process. All right guys, so that is how I apply my lashes. I hope you found this helpful. Let me go ahead and back this out. I would say the biggest takeaways for applying lashes are be patient, practice, just apply lashes. I would say even like before you're going to bed, you aren't going anywhere. Just put them on, take them off. Put them on, take them off. The more you do it, the easier it's gonna get. Trim your lashes and make sure that you cover up all of the skin in between the lashes. That's definitely, I think, where people fall short. So that's it. If you liked this tutorial, please give me a big thumbs up. It really, really helps me out. And if you haven't subscribed, I would definitely appreciate you subscribing before you leave. And hopefully I'll catch you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.